back to the Caribbean, now you're furthest to the east. Check our oysters if you're looking for a feast. Wait, son.
Right.
Or we should really.
I just want to respond to that, to the comment that you made about the kind of the hypersexuality, but yet the supposed conservatism of sexuality within the context of Barbados. And I very much agree, because it's something that's fascinated me, and if I get a chance to do a PhD, that's exactly what I'm focusing on. But not necessarily from that point of the examples that you were given. It's something like as simple as, I'll give you a story. I had a friend over from Venezuela, and I explained to her how we dance. Right? And they said, well, if you happen to go and stuff, you're going to see that, don't worry about it, that's how we dance. She comes home, she says, oh my gosh, Juliette, I saw it, it was like a gorge. I was like, yeah, she was like, it was so tribal. And the noises and the facial expressions and the way you hit things and the music and everybody's gyrating, but the guys don't get turned on. And when the music stops, you go back into like this normal way of, and she's like, what's all of that about? And yet you can't talk openly about sex and sexuality. And I was like, well, yeah, we kind of occupy those two spaces. Right?
Yeah.
And I think that it's a fascinating area to explore.
It is.
Why we're like that?
It's a complete Caribbean thing. So
is it hypocrisy? Is it hypocrisy?
It's not just a hypocrisy, because it's I don't think there is a genuine desire to deceive or trick anybody. It's not purposeful hypocrisy anyways. It's just there's this split that we have. That's why look at it this way. Every church, then there's your own shop. You understand? That split.
The yin and the yang?
Yeah, that split has always been there. You understand? And Barbados knows this. We know this deep down. Maybe just deep down. You understand? But anything that starts to make us uncomfortable, then we'll fall back to the Christianity, to the religion thing. And
or just be over moralistic.
Yeah, but our moralistic slant is based in Christianity, primarily. So that's why I say it's throughout the Caribbean, because Pasta comes from Jamaica, and that is even a bit more. It's even more hypersexualized than the standard walking up and thing. Like when you get to the extreme, the daggering. You understand that?
Yeah.
So. But then in the same Jamaica, you will find they go to church really quickly. I something that makes them uncomfortable, they go straight back to the church. You understand? And they will quote the Bible very quickly. So if you go on the Nation News Facebook page and go through their comment section, you will see a lot of Leviticus, you will see a lot of 1st and 2nd Peter, you will see a lot of the Bible. You understand? Everybody is in knowledge of nature. You understand? So they know the Bible tall enough to counteract what has made them uncomfortable.
Right, exactly.
And so that's where we go. And that's where the duality comes. It's not so much be so moral as that, okay, this is uncomfortable, I don't want to deal with it. So
rather, I wonder as well if people are more comfortable with the other, so the other person can do it, but if it's too close to home.
Exactly. Because if somebody comes too close to home, and makes you uncomfortable, so you step away. So you can look at outside things and judge and critique, or nod your head in agreement until it comes close to home, and then.
But a lot of people are also confused as to the origins of these dances. As you mentioned, your friend said it was so tribal. And if you talk to a lot of historians or cultural activists, they will define that these dances are by and large African. And then people would come around and say, that's not my culture, that's not my culture. And I find personally, a lot of those people that shout out, that's not my culture, that's not the Barbadian culture, and I'm like, you don't even know how to define culture, because culture is not one whole thing. Culture is divided into several things.
Okay, I have a question related to our topic. As men, how do you view your socialization around your sexuality versus what you see as female sexuality?
Well, I'm an odd and strange person.
Huh?
I'm an odd and strange person.
Okay. In your odd and strange world.
And it's changing. This is a good question, real quick. So,
like in your socialization, as you grew up and stuff like that, right? What is it that makes you, like, how does that shape your own sense of sexuality or the sexuality of your peers, for example? Yeah, and how is that different from how you view women's sexuality and how that's changed over time? What are your thoughts on that?
Personally, I have, over the years, become a bit more comfortable with being me. But it's an overall thing, not just pertaining to my sexuality. I have become very comfortable with me. I think sometimes when I wrote about a blog post about, I based it on, was it on Adrian's poems? No, I could be mistaken. But the general thing was no longer needing to be cool. Right, breaking away from being cool. Which is just basically speaking to being comfortable with yourself. You understand? So, because remember when I was growing up, my mother had one of Adja CDs, it was like, Adja, fuck shit. You understand? And then, yeah, doing this but then you grow up and then you listen to these things a bit more. I don't know, as you grow up, you mature a bit more, you listen to these things, and then you have to form your own opinions about these things. And this happened for me with that sort of stuff. It happened with religion, it happened with sexuality. So being a hyper male in the Caribbean takes a lot of stress. You understand? You have to always be mindful of what other people are thinking about you and what you're doing. And I don't have time for that anymore. That's a lot of mental energy that could be otherwise used or just not used at all. So personally, I started to break away from this whole being cool thing and this type of focus on what everybody else thinks or what is going to happen if I do this or if I wear this or how will I have to pierce both my ears, just one, can I not pierce this one? No, seriously, because when I was younger and my friends were getting, you get the magnetic earrings and get the real earrings and I was like, I really, for some reason, I'm strange. But I like the right side of my body. I have no interest in piercing the left side of my body. Why would I want to pierce my left ear? I don't like my left side. I feel more, I would rather pierce my right ear, but why can't I not pierce my right ear? Because that's really getting like, but I like my right ear. I want to pierce my right ear. If I pierce any ear, if I pierce one ear, I will pierce my right ear. And I have no interest in men. So,
yes.
I don't want to throw anyone the wrong signal, but I just like my right ear.
I'm not, you're fully entitled to it.
Yeah,
fully entitled.
What about you, Mike?
So, afterwards, I just gotta throw that shit to you and do you. So, like, these big baggy clothes are heavy. This is really not. This is really heavy. I'm not doing this. These companies are ridiculously heavy. I'm not wearing these. So, yeah, you gotta get comfortable with yourself and then do that. And then, I started reverse women as well. A lot of women I know are a bit more in tune with themselves, a bit stronger, a little less inclined to go with the flow and follow fashion. But it wasn't always so. I did see them start to grow up into this as well. So, like I said, you just have to place where you start to embrace you and not focus so much on what everyone expects you to do or what is expected of you or someone in your position, per se.
You're going to get a very similar answer from me because I feel the same way. Like, I have not something. I think it's all about you as an individual, how you see yourself, how comfortable you are. I'm very, very, very comfortable in my sexuality. Nothing much does not faze me. In terms of my social upbringing into sexuality, most of my conversations about sex would have been with my uncles, little bit with my mother, and mostly talks about females with my father. My father never really talked about sex with me, and not because he's a priest or anything. He's just, yeah, I'm here. That's just my dad, right? So, with my uncles, it was like, you would hear the very, yeah, they were very hyper male. They were all alpha males. So, like, everything.
What kind of messages did you get?
I would give you a story, more than a message. I was working with my uncle in Bridgetown, and I was about 16 or 17. I was still a virgin. And he used to, he had a big Dodge van, and he used to drive everybody home when it was over. We finished working late at night. And he and I usually roast each other in jokes. And he's always roasting me, like, he's good. One day I had him really good, everybody in the van was just laughing, he's just driving early. And then we were in the street, so I was like, oh shit, I know he can do that. He takes the left to go into Bush. And there is this prostitute sitting on the side of the road, sex worker, I'm sorry, sitting on the side of the road, and she is rubbing her breast, right? I guess she was putting cream on her breast or whatever. And he stops the van, and I say, yeah, hold on. I look at him and say, oh, you ain't trying to embarrass me now. Get the fuck out, she right there! I pay you today! I know how much I get paid! I opens the door, get the fuck out, she right there! She waiting for you! Go down! So, they would do something like that. Right? I wasn't forced into anything, but that's the kind of conversations that my uncle would place upon us, right?
That's deep though.
Yeah.
It's
It
kind of
is.
like, you know?
Yeah, it is. But for me, like, when it came to the whole, like, Carson, when it came to the whole alpha male thing, I agree, it takes too much energy. It takes too much of not being you. You almost forget who you are or what makes you comfortable, and then you like, you're not being organic to yourself, you're not being true to yourself. And, I mean, there's so much things that I've done that, especially as an actor, right? That I've done on stage that most guys I know my age at that time was not done. Like, I went on stage, I was just with feathers around my waist. I wasn't naked, but it gave the impression I was naked, right? And this was on stage at our borough center in front of see the show right in Derek Walker and Hillary Beckles and all these guys were there, and like, I skinned my tail on stage before doing Dutchman, like a lot of stuff like that, and I know a lot of guys would not do that, but I'm like, you know, I'm comfortable, and there's so many small little things I find Caribbean men, Asian men, that we attribute, as soon as we get uncomfortable, that's gay. And I kind of stepped away from all that teachings that my uncles and, you know, people put up on me. My mother was trying to counteract what her brothers were obviously tried to, you know, to push at us, but at the same time, she would laugh about it and she hears it and whatnot. But I think she knew that I would find what it is that would make me comfortable. I'm not ashamed to tell people I lost my virginity when I was 22. It ain't nothing big. So to me, it's about making yourself feel comfortable. I think if you asking me and Carson that question, tell you the truth, you're gonna get you're gonna get a different answer from the guy walking down the street.
Still an interesting answer.
Yeah, well, it would be that. I mean, because
most guys that I have spoken to would often say, well, you know, boys would be boys. They got a girl walking, she's attractive, you're going to want to stick it to her, right? And I'm like, BS. Come on now.
It is. But you know,
yes, you might think so.
But the guys that I've rolled around with, the guys that were my best friends, you know, were guys like that. There were guys that when they see a girl, they're always focused on how to get that girl. how to get her in bed. Right? I mean, those kind of guys were always in my space. I just happen to be different.
Why do you think y'all are different? I mean, of course, you shape your own opinions and stuff, but I'm sure that many people would argue the same thing. What was it in your life, do you think? Was it your mom? Was you had mentioned?
I don't think
you know, like, what is it in your experience do you think that...
Because sometimes a lot of, like you said, a lot of that sort of girl chasing sometimes is ingenuine. It's just because you have to.
Because you have to. Because society says that you have to. Society says that you're not a man until you can get those things done. And
I really just don't have time.
I don't have time for that either. No, I don't have time for that either because look, this is what I've realized. My passion is what gets me girls. Or at least every interaction I've had with a female that has led me to a relationship or led us to just having a sexual relationship is because of my passion. Right?
You attract who you want to attract based on who you are.
Or who I am.
So be you.
So it's like, I remember, I mean, look, when I was at UB, I had a big ignorant afro that I never combed. I looked like a huge Freeman. I used to walk around barefoot. I mean, I was legendary at UB for all these shenanigans I used to pull. I used to curse up guys, everything. Right? And I would be sitting down, minding my business, thinking, oh, I get home now. I'm barefoot. I'll catch a mouse. And then all of a sudden I can see someone in my vision sitting right in front of me, trying to have a conversation with me, and it's a female. And I'm not really necessarily like consciously realizing this girl is interested in me. Yeah, later down the conversation, not conversation, but a few days later I realized, wait, oh sure, she was in high school. Because I was so caught up in something else, like I got lines to learn, I got homework. This teacher getting on my nerves. I gotta get sit down. You know what I mean? And my passion is what would have attracted females to me. And it has happened consistently. I've never been one to go and chase. You know what I mean? That's too much time, too much effort.
Marcus easy number one son in the original girl.
Basically,
we at Say Good Life all the time. Number one sponsor, only sponsor, second sponsor, first sponsor. So we ain't got another segment there shortly.
Before we get the other segment, we got big up our other sponsors. Big up Juliette Mosley, Verbal Abuse Tees. What else, Carson?
I can
I can take it. It's good to take it to comment.
gosh.
Fuck VA.
Happy
BA.
day. Oh, I love this. I need another. Oh, I need one of those.
Yeah, you see that? We got. You see that? Our guest likes these shirts, okay? So big up Juliette Mosley from Verbal Abuse Tees.
No, you'll never see you now.
You'll never see no. I write